It's the Daily Doug.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for being with me today. My friends, I have a special edition of the show today. It is a Friday, and that makes it a Masterpiece Friday, but it's also my little brother's birthday weekend, my friends. I've done quite a bit of selections on the channel that I call DJ Dan selections. Those are by my little brother, and they've been, for the most part, they've been very successful. Dan knows. Dan has his finger on the pulse, as they say, and he's introduced me to a lot of great music here on the channel. And so today he has asked me to listen to a band called the Deftones, and the song that he has selected is called Sextape. So, y'all, I got to say this. In, my years of doing the Daily Doug, I've come across bands that I've heard of, that I've heard a little bit of, even songs that I've heard before that I haven't really analyzed yet. But the Deftones, I've never even heard of this band, y'all. And it struck me because when I looked up the video on YouTube for Sextape, it's 15 years old and it's got over 50 million views. I'm like, where the hell have I been, y'all? Really? So I'm late to the party and Dan is inviting me to the party. It's his birthday weekend, so it's going to be a party. So let's listen to some Deftones today, my friends. And my nose is running too. Hang on a second. Okay. So the Deftones, they formed in the late 1980s in Sacramento, California, but their first album, Adrenaline, didn't come out until 1995. That was the year I graduated high school, y'all, and I didn't know anything about this. I still don't. And that was 30 years ago, and they're still at it. It's amazing. So they are described as an alternative metal band, and they've now released 10 albums. The latest album, called Private Music, was released just this year, back in August. So DJ Dan has selected a song from kind of the middle of their discography, Sextape. So with the song called Sextape, y'all, I'm wearing some protection. I've got my hat on. All right. So this song was included on their 6th album called Diamond Eyes, and it was released in May of 2010. This particular song was the 3rd single released from that album, and I've read that this song isn't quite as heavy musically as their more normal material. They're described as an alternative metal band, so this might be a little bit, it says, frontman Chino Moreno said that the song is meant to paint a picture of a feeling, and so we're going to get some sensual imagery as well as, I think, a connection to broader themes of being emotionally connected, being together, being vulnerable, being a part of a unit, And so I'm really excited to hear this. When I announced this past Sunday that I was going to be looking at some Deftones music, a bunch of people were happy about it. So I am really looking forward to hearing this, y'all. I'm going to be watching the song with its official video, and sometimes official videos move to blocks. So I hope that I can share the visuals of the video along with the sounds that they are offering. Yeah, so let's get to it, friends. Chino Moreno is on vocals and guitar. Stephen Carpenter is on the guitar. Frank Delgado is on keyboards and samples. Sergio Vega is on the bass, and Abe Cunningham is on the drums. I'm excited, y'all. This is the first appearance on the channel, and it's Deftones with their song Sextape. Here we go. Nice. Oh, that's cool. C major 7. Yeah, that guitar string is bending between the major 7th and the top root, the half step. Just 1 down to 6. There's a C down to the A minor. To the 4 chord. And the video's got some beautiful imagery. Underwater. Watch you wave your powers, tempt with hours of pleasure. There's a 4, down to 2. Descending thirds is what they're doing quite a bit of, y'all. 1 major 7. Right? 4 major 7, 2. C major 7. How about that? Dan, I like this. Cruising through the city after hours with me, fusing all our powers. Here's to all our dreams. Tasteful percussion. Sound of the waves collide. I love the imagery here. It's already ending. Way too short of a song. Way too short of a song. I need like an extended epic guitar solo over those chords. Just some sumptuous chords that they're doing. And really what they're doing, y'all, is moving these harmonies downward by thirds within the key. They start, move it up a little bit. They start in that major key, right? At the very beginning, I made a note of that guitar string just kind of bending and doing that half step between the major 7th and up to the high tonic, right? And then you go from that 1 chord down a third to the A minor. C major 7, A minor, and then it was F major 7, just a lovely, lovely progression and a set of chords. And the vocals were great. The vocals, I really enjoyed the entire groove of it. I got to listen to this band, friends. That is, okay, DJ Dan, you've shared a bunch of stuff with me. That's as much something that Doug really likes as anything that you've sent me. I really, really enjoyed that. I don't know how I've never heard of the Deftones before. Well, I have heard of the Deftones. I was um, a professor at Westminster Choir College, and I was the faculty advisor for an a cappella group, a student-led a cappella group called the Deftones. And that's the Deftones that I know, and they're a pretty good a cappella group, but I didn't know this band at all, y'all, and they've been around for a long time. So I need to look into their music, into their discography. If you've got another song of theirs that you think would really fit well that I would like, let me know. I want to get to know a couple more of their songs, and then maybe we'll dive into one of their albums. That would be fun. So in the comments, let me know what other songs from this band should go to the top of the list for the next time that we include them on the channel, because that I don't think will be too long. I really enjoyed that, y'all. A shorter Masterpiece Friday, but y'all, really wonderful music. A song called Sextape that had some sophistication and some humanity to it, instead of just being overtly sexual. Maybe I didn't need protection after all. How about that? Well, friends, a fun way to end the week. It's been a wonderful week, and I wish a happy birthday to my little brother. It's been fun to include another DJ Dan selection here on the channel. I thank y'all for watching. We've been listening to some Sextape by the Deftones, and I really did like it. I really liked it, and we'll get to them again, my friends, but that's going to be all for me and this week. I thank you for being here, and we will see you next time on another edition of the Daily Doug.
It's the Daily Dog. Welcome to the Daily Dog. The Daily